adding our second camera to the screen. How about I go up and get down the way? I'm going to believe that for a moment. Good afternoon. Thank you for being my friend. Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, so good to be live streaming again from San Martinho, Porto. Still got running in the background, look. A bit of lead in the pencil, isn't it? A bit of wind in the sail. So you
want to talk about that?
Well, we are talking about our feelings today, aren't we? Because Lisa and Carlos are here at the meetup, and they very kindly have brought me a present, which is called "Let's Get Real, Bro," which is for men. Oh, there it is. For men to get in touch with their emotions. Now, I know you're not afraid to go there.
I'll go wherever we need to go.
We'll go boldly.
Go deep if we have to.
That won't be necessary. Not without the help of. Not without professional help.
Not without surgical procedure.
Yeah, or lubrication at the very least. Good afternoon, everybody. The smuttiness has begun already, but what do you expect? Scott, so good to have you here. You were asking if we were going to be going live from San Martinho de Porto this afternoon. We're delighted to say we are. Not the most stunning view of the bay. It's all relative, though. It still looks pretty amazing.
Hey, I mean, I've seen a lot of rain over the last few days.
Yeah.
Just not to see some rain, a little bit of sun.
Yeah.
Poking through the clouds.
Let's not knock it.
That's
okay.
good.
So there you go. That is San Martinho de Porto that you could see there. T-Duck will be going walkabout as well, and will give us some extra images. Not that there's anything wrong with looking at the handsome good looks of Mr. Austin.
That's very generous, isn't it?
In the studio.
It is come to Christmas, isn't it, sir?
It is a time of good cheer and goodwill for all men, all beings, all humans. Botard, then Scott, thank you so much for joining us. We are inviting people to say hola to us if they saw the stream. And Scott starting with a botard. And look at Ubi as well. Ubi is saying bon dia todos as well.
That's beautiful. You actually have people watching.
Well, the quality of Portuguese. Yes, I do have people watching.
You mean it's more than that guy in Rotherham that used to watch?
What happened to him?
He's probably moved to Portugal.
Oh, we stopped paying him. That's what it was. Yes. So hello to all the China. How are you all this afternoon?
It's still good for value for money.
Only kidding. No, we're organic. Our growth towards 1,000 YouTube subscribers is completely organic.
Really?
And apart from the few people who've made a mistake and pressed the subscribe button. But everyone else on there wants to be on there, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah, you rightly should be, my friend.
Yeah.
Joking apart, you've come along the road such a long distance.
Come a long way.
Come a long way in such a short amount of time.
It's not a long time, is it, in the scheme of human things?
If you think about it, I mean, we've had a sort of few little lumps and bumps along the way with
Haven't
COVID and some strange things, but they almost worked in your favour, haven't they, really?
Oh, yeah, without
It's kind of corralled us together into a...
If it wasn't for COVID, this is one of those, good thing, bad thing. This is one of the good things about the pandemic and what happened to people, is that if you look across this deck here, you'll see faces of people who we knew only online and who are figments of our digital imaginations. And here they are.
In person.
20 people or so, I don't know, 20 plus possibly this afternoon, coming to the meetup. Wasn't expecting a big one.
Yeah.
Do like a big one in the afternoon.
Well, who didn't, yes.
And just wasn't expecting to be such a upbeat and jolly and happy atmosphere this afternoon. Thought it was going to be raining again. And there would only be a small handful of people. But here they are, the people who connected during the pandemic and now find themselves either on the way or here in Portugal. It's incredible.
It's a good feeling.
It's a really good feeling. And there are the distinct phases, Garvo. We had the pre-Brexit, we had COVID, pandemic, we had post-Brexit, and now we're in post-pandemic, aren't we?
You must have been reading my mind earlier, because I was thinking about the whole spectrum of things, since the Brexit and COVID and all the bits and pieces and the austerity and
yes. Oh my God, would it ever end?
Aren't you kind of a bit fed up of being austere now? Because I am.
Can you imagine what we'd be like if it wasn't austere?
Yeah.
Well, I had a conversation earlier on. What is going on at the moment? People going through all sorts of accelerated personal circumstances.
Yeah, so it's going to happen.
What do you mean?
Well, people are going to, with the financial situation the way
Oh, I
it is,
see,
they're going to
yeah.
feel the pressure, aren't they?
Yes.
They're going to travel those roads that you and I have both travelled in.
Here she comes. We're being dressed, Garbo, for this.
Would you like some tea?
That colour really suits your eyes.
Thank you, Garbo.
Is that okay?
And you, that is setting you off beautifully, if you don't mind me
It's the
saying.
right
as
colour.
well.
It's the right colour for my team, isn't it?
Beautiful. Oh, Birmingham City.
Oh, yes.
What are they? What's their nickname?
The Blues.
The Crap. No, sorry, the Blues. I beg your pardon. No football team is officially known as the Crap, are they? Only by their adoring fans when it doesn't work out too well on a Saturday afternoon. Hey guys, I wish I was there with you, despite it looking a little bit grey. And we are viewing the bay through plastic. I was saying earlier on, this is what a penis might experience looking through a condom. Is that too graphic a description?
That last journey.
Yes. Well, hopefully not the last journey.
That last thought.
We are looking through plastic here at San Martinho de Porto. Some things you wish you hadn't said. That was one of them. Could do with a Galau and a Pastel de Nata.
Well,
Can we have one on his behalf?
it's all there.
Yes. Okay. We have that right behind us in Nelson's bar here. Pittsburgh, Ubi. Also, some chat among the viewers in the audience here. And Portugal in winter is the dream. Escaping from iceberg. Pennsylvania is that, PA? Philadelphia. PA, Philadelphia? Yes.
You're learning, aren't you?
What is Pennsylvania? Oh, PN.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. So Philadelphia, iceberg, Philadelphia, only a little bit this year. Ubi, we are, oh yuck. That was probably the earlier comment, wasn't it? We are holding the space for you here, Ubi, and it is our pleasure to do so. And surely the first journey, not the last. Okay. Well, let's move on from that. How was Iceland? Let's not talk about Portugal for a minute and talk about your.
Yeah, it's a bit diversion, I suppose. Now, I've always been a person that's never wanted to go on holiday somewhere cold.
Okay.
Right, and it was Linda's. But I have to say, it's amazing.
Is it?
It's very me.
What?
Apart
Cold.
Apart from the cold,
Right.
but the attitude people have, the cleanliness, that underlying sort of spiritual thing going on, and all the powers of nature are under your feet.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Primal.
Oh, yes, primal's good.
Primal. Okay.
And it's a great place for energy and that sort of that vibe.
Mm.
I loved it.
So you had a great time, and you did get to see the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis.
To be honest, but
Really?
it's
Okay, it's built up, isn't it?
no, you have to understand that there's a number of factors. You've got to have clear skies.
Yeah.
You've got to have the right amount of radioactivity coming from the sun in the right direction at the right time. We saw them, and they were definitely in the Northern Lights, but they're not like those ones that you see on the picture. Bright, neon green, whatever.
NASA's Photoshop pictures.
No, it does happen,
yes,
but
okay.
not very often.
Right. Okay.
Strange things, really, really strange. Nothing like one.
Is it like looking at the makewood in the sky?
It is a bit. I've been coming from the artistic family, right? If you got, say, a bit of watercolor, and did a line, and then you got a dry brush and pulled the color down.
Yes.
That's a bit like.
Check you out with your dry brush.
Okay.
Okay, well, artists who are watching and who may see this later will understand what Garbo is talking about there. His artistic, imaginative rendition of the Northern Lights.
Beautiful thing.
So you had a great time.
I did.
And a very happy birthday. It was had by Linda, obviously.
Yeah, she's enjoyed it. I think she stretched it out a bit though.
Yeah. I mean, what is this week?
No.
Well done, Linda.
No, bless her. She enjoyed it. So.
Okay, I don't think Philadelphia is a city, not a state. So I don't know what. Can you explain it? Can you just tell us, Ubi, what that means? Iceberg is not a real place. That is just Pittsburgh. Yes, that's true. Yes, just like I'm thinking of Elton John, a Rocket Man, rather than an Iceberg Man. But please explain, Ubi, because we're not understanding. Pittsburgh would actually be an improvement on where you are at the moment. Here, up the road in Nazare, which I think you really liked. Williamsport and Point South, perhaps then. But what is PA for us non-American speakers? And Ian Turner, thumbs up for the Galau and Pastel de Nata, I think. So we'll have one of those in your honour, perhaps, a little bit later on. Tried a new confection. Did you see those nice pastry? They look like an elongated samosa. dusted with sugar and with an apple paste inside. He's got them here today.
No, I didn't try that.
The paste inside is made of pumpkin.
Oh, that's good.
So nice
I love
and sweet.
pumpkin.
Nice
Pumpkin's
and
a wonderful thing. How many things can you do with pumpkin? Soup, desserts.
That's just the eating.
Don't even go there.
That is just the eating
No,
bit.
as Liz Dawson would say, no. Okay,
right. We have this game, and in some way, we should perhaps try and bend it back towards Portugal.
Okay.
So let's rename it. Let's Get Real, Bro, in Portugal. And it's a way, apparently, a card game for guys to connect, dig deep, and get real. Are you ready for this?
Sounds a bit risky, but
I'm ringing the bell for the first card, and there are several levels here, Garvo. If I get the cards out, I should have done this before, shouldn't I? That's not going very well.
It's all gone wrong.
It's all gone wrong already. Careful now.
Live television and all that.
Oh my goodness. Okay. No, what I wanted to demonstrate was the fact that there's level 2. These are the yellow cards in front of me, and they're called Pretty Real. I'm just trying to find out what level of depth you would like to go to emotionally with me today, Garvo. So there's level 2 is Pretty Real. There are nudge cards, which presumably we haven't read the rules because we're fellas.
Yeah,
we're not looking at the instructions.
Just trying to assemble it straight away.
Oh, okay. Level 1 is kind of real. We should perhaps start there.
I think so.
Okay, so put those there. There's level 2, which is super effing real, and then there's level. Is there a level? Oh, okay. Super effing real is as high as I think we're going to be going today. Okay. So, and if anyone would like to play, who's watching, we'll do the cards on your behalf. So, Ian, Scott, Ubi, do you want to play Let's Get Real, Bro, live today at the San Martinho de Porto meetup?
This is tense stuff, isn't it? Really.
I'm really nervous, but I do feel like I'm going to shuffle. Where were we? Where's level 1? That's level 1, isn't it? Very well prepared.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm shuffling the level 1 cards. Kind of real. I thought there was a dog sitting behind you. It's somebody's handbag.
Get down, Chef.
That handbag is not going to cause you any bother. Right, please pick a card.
We always go for the middle, don't you? Do I have to show it to you, or?
Just read it out and don't change it.
Read it out live.
Read it out live.
What do you feel like most women have wrong about being a guy?
And this time into the microphone.
What? Hang on, let's make sense.
A bit closer. Come on.
What do you feel like most women have wrong about being a guy? Oh,
okay.
Being a guy. I'm right. Now I understand.
Yeah. So how are we misunderstood?
Yes.
Level 1 intervention. So I'm feeling you, bro. Let's get real. How do you feel misunderstood as a fella? From the women's point of view.
I don't think they realise how deeply they can hurt. I'm going to be honest now. I mean, you only get one chance. I think, when we're out there doing the courting game and you get that rejection, how amazingly bad is it?
Yeah, true.
I mean, you spend all night out there doing your best
in your mating kind of. You're doing all your mating rituals and so on.
Your best dance moves and all that flamboyant stuff, and it amounts to nothing.
Aftershave everything, and then you come home crestfallen and heartbroken.
Absolutely. I mean, you've been to the market to get that aftershave that's £5 a bucket, and it doesn't work, does it?
You want your money back. Okay, so your answer there is
we feel too. We hurt when we're rejected.
Okay.
Rejection.
Okay, so,
we feel when we get rejected.
And we are playing a heterosexist version because that is our particular experience here.
Well,
not heterosexist, heterosexual, but substitute as you feel is appropriate for yourself and the object of your affections and sexual attraction.
Yeah, but it does define just to women.
This is a heterosexual game, basically, isn't it?
Only I'm saying that because it says woman.
It does say that. Okay. Yeah.
So,
anybody.
No,
and to adapt as necessary.
Absolutely.
I'm finding this tinsel. Is it because we're talking about our emotions, or is it the tinsel? I'm feeling hot.
I'm feeling a bit camp.
Camp and hot, or just
in the
camp?
best possible taste.
Very good. Okay, right. And now I do a nudge card where I say, "I feel you, bro." Play this when what's being shared hits you in the best possible way. So yeah, I'm feeling you, bro. You get a "I feel you, bro" card. Okay. Does that mean I get to literally feel you as well if I want to?
Well, we
are you friends. Open to that?
We're friends. Okay. We know each other.
But you get an "I feel you, bro" card from me. Okay. And there are "I love you, man" cards.
Oh, that's the top
this is a great dig deeper, dude cards. Hi, Anna. Hi, Anna. We're just getting in touch with our emotions.
I'm just feeling it, bro.
With the aid of a game. Live on air. Yeah. Gary, Anna, Gary. Right. Okay, so we've got I Feel You Bro cards.
Yes.
We've got Dig Deeper Dude cards. I think you should have a few of these.
Is there another one? Is there another...
I Love You Man
I'm
cards.
waiting for the one that says faster, faster.
The faster card is a different game. Okay. Right, so we'll stay with level 1. Do you want to shuffle the blue cards for me and let me pick one?
Oh, you're going to go there now as well.
Right, while you're shuffling, he is shuffling, I can assure you. All that shaking is just him shuffling the cards.
Oh, it feels good, man.
Not sure if the issue is at your end or mine. I think this is Ian's reaching out in a kind of, it's an emotional metaphor. We're breaking up, apparently.
Oh, no.
Me and him or me and Garvo? I'll catch you in the morning. Have a great afternoon. Cheers, Coach Turner. Jacqueline, just across the water. Hola to you. You can't actually see her. She's on the screen here, Garvo. PA is Pennsylvania. USA, UFP.
I was going to say that, but
I think there's a little bit of bitterness here
because
he's really hammering the point home. Okay. Pennsylvania, USA, UFP. What does UFP stand for?
It's the wrestling movie, no?
Yes, and planet Earth. Okay, sorry, we just didn't know. That's all. We're English and very entitled and insular. And hola from Algarve, Laura Puntin as well. Good afternoon to you.
There you go.
Laura
Nicely
Puntin.
spread out there.
Middle again.
Yep. Always go to the middle.
What advice would you tell your younger self?
Oh,
this is a good game, isn't it? This is a great game. Ooh. Are you ready with the or the Dig Deeper Dude or I Love You Man intervention cards? Okay. Right. What would advice? Well, we'll do one of each kind, so this doesn't become an interminable navel gazing exercise.
Mine's always full of fluff.
I'm only happy to look into my own navel, not yours. Okay, just to say that now. Right. Any questions about moving to the Silver Coast as well? Because we should talk about Portugal occasionally on this live stream.
I'm finding so much fun to.
Much talking about you there, Garbo.
Yeah, but it's us, isn't it?
It is. It happens. It happens. Ever since the blessing of the helmets.
It's got to be, really. How can you take that down from there?
John Rooney's here as well. Oh my God!
They're all turning up now.
It's amazing. His Christmas performance was. John, hey, have a drink in a minute, yeah? Brilliant. Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming. We're just playing Dig Deeper, bro. If you want to have a go. We're getting in touch with our male emotions. We're like you know this character.
I'm not just a cardboard cutout.
He's
I am
real.
Yeah, I am.
But no touching.
No,
no touching. Okay. All right. Not to. I'm okay. Thank you. Garvo, would you like a drink?
I've got one in there.
He's got one as well.
Thanks.
We're good, John. See you in a minute.
Thanks.
Right, okay. So much smutty stuff. Sorry.
Right, I've lost.
Jacqueline CDM. Oh, no, I've got my card. What advice would you tell your younger self? On the one hand, not to worry so much about stuff. But there's got to be some. I'm feeling like a deeper look. What advice would you tell your younger self? Don't listen to the nonsense of other people. Criticism. Now, I know when I'm rationalizing now rather than feeling this, but when you're young, you're quite open, aren't you, to the interventions and opinions of other people? You're trying to find yourself.
Of course you are. You don't sod all, do you, really? You just trust in everybody.
Yes.
And that's how you get sort of waylaid in life and sent in a
believing the wrong people.
Yeah.
Especially those neoliberal people who tell you the world's as such. We'll not get started on that.
No, let's not go there.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I think younger Carl, follow your dreams, like really, and don't be. And I do, even though I think of myself as quite rebellious and different, I still think I listen too much to people who I needn't have listened to, and yeah, find great role models and leaders in life, older men who can show you. What are you laughing at, Garbo?
I just wondered where
you ruined the moment there. But I said find older men.
Hold on to me.
You start giggling.
I won't get.
I meant as role models.
Okay, fair enough. Clubs for that sort of thing.
I went to those clubs.
Okay, yeah.
I'm talking about guidance and leadership and inspiration.
That is a very good point, actually, because looking back on my younger self, there were so many older men who would assert their dominance.
Yes.
And put you down.
Especially in the showers.
In the showers, yeah. And make you feel small because it was that sort of...
Especially in the showers. Right, God, yes.
No, ego-wise,
yes.
the idea is you got rubbish.
It's a male game, isn't it?
Yeah, we've always done it this way, so we'll keep doing it that way. Don't come here
and
with
you
your
know
new
it
ideas.
Doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
don't you? You're just not. Yeah, okay. So find, and the people are thinking, well, what about your own dad and your stepdad? And your own dad would never have elevated himself as a role model, particularly. He was very quick to own his lack of skill in life in some departments. And when he died, and I asked my stepfather to step up to the plate, he refused the job.
Yeah, but at least
he literally said, "No, I'm not interested in that.
Can't be doing that sort of thing.
Yeah, I can't be an inspiration to anyone. Try someone else." So yeah, younger self, find the role models.
Yeah.
Find the role. How are we doing, do you think, in getting in touch with our emotions?
Well, it's straight in there. It's like cracking.
I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not my piles playing up. Okay, right. So
I have to give you one of these, do I?
Should we move on to level 2? Should we accelerate this game?
Right, then
I'm going to give you one, Gary.
Okay.
Lucky
was
fella.
That it? Oh.
All of this was a ploy. Right. Okay. Let's get real, bro. Question 2.
I'm going to the left on this one, okay?
Yes. Dressing to the left with the queen.
I wish they told me I'd have worn my glasses.
Shall I read it out for you?
Go on.
Okay.
I know the big
level 2.
Yellow,
pretty real. We haven't got on to super effing real yet.
Oh God! Come on.
Draw the roller coaster of your week with annotations of high and low moments. Flat 2. So if you draw it from screen left to screen right, have you had a roller coaster, or has it been a bit of a flat line this week emotionally?
Actually, no, this week we've been quite quiet. I mean, normally it's like a cardiac read edge, but this week, a visual representation of this week is probably something like this: a little bit of flip there, and then a nice evening out.
Okay, so not too
one of the better
crazy.
Weeks.
So when you say that, you're giving away the fact that sometimes the weeks are up and down.
Oh dear God, yes.
Really, and you're not ashamed to or embarrassed to say so.
No, you've got to acknowledge.
I'm feeling you, bro.
You've got to acknowledge when you're in that state of mind as well. Don't ignore it.
All over the place.
Oh yeah. You've got to understand what that does to you.
And in any given month, then, how many days or weeks of that would you feel all over the place, if you don't mind me probing you?
Now, I might be one of these people that, the winter doesn't suit me, so my emotions, flex a bit more in winter.
Oh.
Maybe, one of these seasonal affective disorders. So it's sometimes hard to tell.
I'm holding up the I Feel You Bro card.
What?
Can you imagine if there were 4 people, if they played this on the man cave?
Yeah. This is going to be carnage.
It would be great, wouldn't it? Holding up. No, they haven't got a no one cares card.
Yeah.
In this game.
I don't give a.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but as far as emotion, probably here in Portugal, I have a lot more time to think about emotions and life, where we've been, where we're going. So yes, you can keep a bit more of an even keel on it. It's not such an emotional.
Yeah.
Roller coaster.
And does being retired and more senior help with that as well? Do you see how I put that?
Yeah, it's quite smooth then, actually.
Not offended at all.
Age comes with these problems, obviously, but your priorities are different when you get older. It's such a shame that we can't feel like this when we're younger and use more of it.
To have the energy of abandonment that we have.
Imagine what sort of person you'd be if you knew now what at that age.
Yeah.
You'd be awesome.
This squeezed into an 18-year-old body.
You'd be phenomenal.
We'd be dangerous.
Oh,
we'd be dangerous, mate. We'd be dangerous. Yeah. Incredible. Look at that lovely reflection on the water there. Looking beautiful.
It's biblical.
Thank you, everybody, for your holas, your comments. Jacqueline's CDM enjoying us. You keep breaking up. Enjoy your game. See you soon. We will.
Probably sound like a load of Daleks.
Can I have another? I have a level 2.
This is level 2.
And then we're going to move on to super effing real level 3.
This, I tell you what, this would be really good if you had a few beers,
wouldn't it? Just
and you could just let it all pour out. And just like some great.
So shout out to the creators of this game, who we do appreciate. Oh, what's that about? Oh, now I just touched the Here we go. There we go. The game is called Let's Get Real, Bro. Very kindly given to me this afternoon here at the Meetup by Lisa. Lisa, thank you so much. Good afternoon to you, Stephen White. And hola, Gavo.
Hola.
Wow, what's that misty, salty sea view? Do you want to explain to Pete?
It's the
saltiness.
It's the condom cam, isn't it?
Condom cam, looking through plastic or latex, more accurately. Looking through latex. That could be one of the chapters in our autobiography. looking through latex. Hola, Carl. Hola, Gary. Merry Christmas to you both. João Mendonça, how are you, my friend? Great to see you. Great to see you, Pete. Karen, good afternoon. Hola, Garbo. We can't hear you. A mic cut off. I think you're all right now. There was no sound. Guys, stop shoving the tinsel up your dongles. Yes, very dangerous. No one, don't try that at home.
Of course, I'm
so can you hear this, Pete? I hope you're getting the jingle bells there. I am drawing.
Santa's coming.
I'm drawing a slightly more adventurous getting real card.
Where are we going?
You picked up nicely on that. Pretty real. Level 2. The question is, and Pete, Stephen, Joao, please answer this in the comments as well. What's something you want to acknowledge in yourself? See, breaking up. The moment of acknowledgement comes and I'm all coughing. What's something you want to acknowledge in yourself that you may take for granted, i.e. a skill, an act, a trait, or if you're American, a tray? I think they call them trays over there, don't they? Yeah. Would you like a tray with that, sir? No, I've already got enough to carry. Thank you very much. So raise a toast to ourselves. I would, but I've got an empty glass here. I'll drink a little drink.
Bad luck if you do that. Empty glass.
There's a little bit.
Yeah, that's not empty. You can do that. Do that for both of us.
Let's both do this. What's that? I think it's a funny old noise, isn't it?
There's not somebody upstairs stuck in the bath being electrocuted.
I don't think people who are listening can hear that. We're being treated to that, and we'll just let that pass for the time being. I don't think it's going out. It's like being Max Headroom, isn't it?
Too busy to talking to myself.
Right. Self-acknowledgement. That's getting real, bro, isn't it? That is quite difficult. I do like being able to have a laugh, for sure. We hit the ground running, didn't we, as soon as we were together?
Yeah.
And I think that is perhaps a skill. It is an act. It's a trait. And it's one of the great things I think I got from my old man. Having a laugh in company and being part of the laughs in company. So I'm going to drink to that.
You will find that is exactly the case, through the most grimmest of occasions, situations, you'll get through with a laugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to because it's all you can do.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And Jerapiga. To go on. Have a wonderful Christmas, guys. Jerapiga ordering is certainly a trait I appreciate. Here we go. Stephen is in with a trait. The impact I've been able to make for investors with investing in property. I do not give myself enough credit for the process I have made this year. Well, we need to know more about this, don't we? Investing in Portugal. PM us, Carl at goodmorningportugal.com. Let's get you on the show to talk more about that. That's another one of my skills. Is bringing together fantastic content for our daily show, and you may well be a part of that fabulous content, Stephen White, if you'd be so good as to grace our screen one morning. So we are going to super effing real.
We're going top level now.
I have. Just careful.
That's all right. Just checking the XLR.
Sound engine started. Things are on. I think we're okay. I think I've fixed that, and I think I now know what that problem was in the first place. Good. I think that you'll like this. I thought he was going to say we have to recognise the small things in life. Cosmo small piece. I think we all need to recognise the small wins we gain in life. Well said, Stephen. We're liking the cut of Stephen's jib here.
Yes.
You're very welcome here this afternoon, Stephen. So, super effing real.
Yes, let's do it.
In the game known as Let's Get Real, Bro.
Actually,
there it is.
It's on the back of the cards. We could have done that.
Oh, okay. It's the first time we've done this. Let's not give ourselves a hard time.
As the actress said to the bishop.
Yes, let's not beat ourselves up, especially this time of year. And never again, right? Maybe we could have that for going into 2023, Garvo. Let's be less judgmental of ourselves and everything and everyone else. What's to be gained from that?
The man of reason himself. I can't argue with that. How can I?
Very good. The man of reason himself in our company. Right. Pick a code. Hold on. We are on level 3. Super effing real, Garbo.
Let's go. Actually, let's go extreme right.
Okay.
Which is very
So you've
unusual
been
for me.
swinging, haven't you?
Very unusual for me.
You've been. Oh, maybe these are random. I don't know. We'll read the instructions one of these days. Go on.
How do you feel the current culture views you as a man? How does that
Get a bit
you?
closer and try to do that for me again.
How do you feel the current culture views you as a man?
Oh,
how does that affect you?
This is really effing real. Come on, let's do that. I know Garbo's got a thing or two to say about this. Come on.
Oh man, that's.
I will hold that up to this. Everybody can see that.
Do you know what?
What?
I really don't. I can be bluntly honest here.
Yes, definitely.
I've come to the point in life now. I really don't give a damn what people view of me. I am like me or they don't.
Yeah.
I don't always have to agree with people.
Yeah.
And they don't always have to agree with me. So I've reached that natural equilibrium now.
Well, that is so unargumentative of you.
Well, no, I don't have to go around getting people to like me anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
Why should you? It's
Yeah.
just a waste of time because if they don't like it, they're never going to like it. So.
Do you think then if I'd met you 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, you might have been playing games and we might not have hit it off?
I doubt that.
Right.
We have this strange.
We both
humor.
watched the two Ronnies growing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
But look, I think part of this, though, is there's feel free to bring in other identities, race, ability, sexual preferences, etc. How do you feel the current culture views you as a man? How does that affect you? Now, this is interesting sociologically, isn't it? Because we're in the age of snowflakes and wokes, and this is I'm very defensive or understanding and to those who are tarnished with this brush of being snowflakes and the millennials who are a little bit too sensitive by some people's reckoning. And I think, like, let them be. Let them come up with whatever jargon and nomenclature, vocabulary they want to express themselves and explore being young people.
But that's got to work both ways, though, isn't it? They've got to let you be what you are.
So is that how it affects you then? You walk right into my trap there. Do you feel as an older fashioned guy who isn't saying he's non-binary, presumably, or anything like that, do you feel judged by not going into that area of new language and culture?
It's a question of your own viewpoint and your ignorance.
Yes.
Ignorance can be a thing that can a different perspective.
Yes.
You may see a whole new.
Exactly. So as soon as you hear about non-binary or gender fluidity, you could take it as an insult. You could not be bothered at all, or you could think, actually, I've been dying to do something like that all these years.
Well,
Ooh,
what an ignition.
feel you, bro. Where's the feel you, bro? Where have those cards gone?
It's a very good point. I mean, yeah, I suppose it's finding the balance between your own safety and your own viewpoint that you're used to, and daring to go to the next level and discover more. Because
why are all these young people so offensive to old people? It's like, calm down, you old farts. They're just having a conversation. They're just saying things. And why are you getting so mad about it?
Weren't we like this one?
Exactly, we were. That's another reason why we should give them a wide berth or a little bit of understanding.
Oh no, I'm just saying, well, let you be what you want to be. But
yes.
Maybe I don't kind of
get it,
understand that, but go
irritating to elders as some young people are to elders now, right?
Absolutely, I suppose.
And I'm practicing, like, okay, say do what you want to do. If it's not hurting anybody, just go for it. Redefine the boundaries and good luck with that, but redefine the boundaries and the understandings, and that's what young people in a way should be doing, right?
But you've got to also throw into that, are you struggling to be different just because you want to be different?
Yes,
know what I mean?
Yeah,
because,
but that's all part of being young as well, though.
It is, but you've only done the same thing as somebody has done countless times before.
And isn't that the truth, though?
Yeah, but nobody ever really does anything original these days, do they?
Did anyone ever do anything original, Gary, apart from what they helped themselves and each other believe?
True. Oh God,
I mean, look at us, dad jokes and old smutty humour. And there's nothing new about it.
Well, we're just perpetuating tradition, aren't we?
We are. That's true. I would take that.
We've taken over the role of our fathers, really.
Yes. Like, oh my God, the things they laugh at, they are pathetic.
Yeah.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guilty as charged.
Absolutely.
Okay. Cheers, mate. This is from John in Colorado. It appears we need to bring some good what? It's good rain pants. What are they? They're like lucky pants.
It's got waterproofs.
Okay.
Oilskins.
Muck boots. What are they?
Disgusting. That one's gone away from me.
And more when we come. Flipping heck. That sounds like a kinky sort of business going on, doesn't it? With the rain pants and the muck boots. We've got plastic here already. We have white clean surfaces. And speak to you tonight. John, does 9 o'clock work for our beginner's guide to investment for expats? I'm looking forward to that and talking to you tonight. Would 9 o'clock Portugal time work for you for that while we have you here? And so when does the tinsel fan dance begin? Go on, boys, get those togs off. That's your lot, I think. Yeah, and a quick jingle. That's it. That's all you're getting, Pete. Right, my super effing real level 3. Please.
You're going to go for it.
Hit me up.
You want me to give you a shuffle?
That's the sort of joke we should rightly be criticised for by younger people. Pathetic and really funny. Yes.
Made me and you laugh.
Yes, it did.
Probably the only people that did laugh.
Yeah. Yes, that's okay. I'm going to get, look, ooh, I'm going for the bottom card.
One right from the back.
I'm playing the bottom card here. Yeah. What's the one thing you feel that's unique to your life that most people you don't know share? How has that shaped you? There it is. There's that card. That's a good question. Level 3, super effing real. What's one thing? Feel free to answer this. Pete, John, Stephen, Joao in the chat, and Ubi. What's one thing that you feel that's unique to your life that most people you know don't share? How has that shaped you?
I'd like to hear Pete's one on that. I would love Pete to answer that question.
Pete, can you answer that question? It's Garvo's Christmas request of you. There you go. I would think I am more. I would like to think I'm more open-minded in many ways, especially in the kind of spiritual, the most know, and always have been. I don't know if that's true or not. It's just a view I have, and I don't mean it as a way of being superior. I just think I have been more open-minded to those unprovable, unfathomable things, which has made me open-minded. Is not the right word really, because that's your mind can be so open that your brain falls out.
Well, do you think people are you were born this way, you were spiritual, or it's something you've acquired along the way because you've learned how to be spiritual?
I think it's an aspect of being horrifically sensitive.
Yeah.
From an early age, being very sensitive to everything around me, including people's criticism, norms and conventions, and trying to make sense of life and the worlds I've been in is quite threatening and overwhelming. And one part of that is to be open and to have certain things available to you that other people might not see as well. So there's an upside. I think there's an upside and downside to everything. And that's the upside to it. But I think that shaped me for sure.
Yeah.
To answer that question. Peter, I wonder. He is carbon negative. Is this a sexual orientation that we've not heard of? Carbon negative and solar aware. That means he takes his kit off in the sun, solar aware.
I think that means he gets out in the sun naked. That's what it is.
Carbon negative? What's that?
He probably doesn't smoke while he's doing it.
Nailed it, Garbo. And Gary and Carl just popped in. Hello, Simon. Lovely to see you, mate. Never knew how much I loved arguing with my lovely Brummy friend and how much I don't want to eat or drinking. Me hanging out with you, right?
Me and Pete have this wonderful relationship. Quite often, it's like putting a couple of angle grinders together.
Really? It's like that?
Yeah, our views are so different on the world. But then again, we come together and realise that, we're different people and can respect that. It's fine.
That's the way forward. That's a gift to the younger generation, isn't it? To see two old farts disagree.
Fight it out
in the car park, stripped down to the waist.
Slugging it out.
What did you call my beer?
Oh, that Belmont beer. Don't go there.
Okay.
Proper farm brew.
He's had some bad luck with beer in this country, hasn't he, Peter?
Don't go to one of Peter's recommendations for beer. That's my...
Okay. You're agreeing to differ on that. Very nice to see you here. I know you broadcasting on LinkedIn would be helpful at some point, or being on LinkedIn at all might be helpful at some point. You never know, do you?
Well, no, you don't.
Okay, thank you very much, David. Right back at you, my friend. Rain pants, nothing kinky here. Water-resistant pants made to be worn in the rain, funnily enough. It's the word pants that gets us started,
There's
isn't
so
it?
many different variables of pants, isn't there? Really?
Pants are underwear,
Pants to
where
us,
we
they are.
come from,
You-
hence lucky pants.
What's the pants? Yeah, pants. Pants.
Pair of
Yeah,
pants,
Yeah, pair of pants.
pants,
Pants is
a
bad.
panting.
Bad thing. It's pants.
Muck boots or wellies.
Muck boots. Never heard of that one.
They might think saying wellies is funny.
Wellies, yeah.
Yeah.
Wellington boots.
Coffee. Why is Ubi saying coffee?
Maybe he's going for a coffee.
Right. And what's one thing you feel that's unique to your life that most people don't know about you? Coffee.
Coffee.
Coffee, maybe is the answer to that. And still living in the best country in the world. Be true. Be truthful. You do trying to get us there, isn't he? With a bit. He loves UK. Do you remember talking? He loves Maggie Thatcher.
Going back to the UK, right? Because I haven't been for 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was dreading it because of all the things you've been hearing on the media and stuff.
Yeah.
But as I sat in Tesco's eating my £5 breakfast, it was quite glorious to sit and hear the Brummy accent in all its magnificence again.
Glory.
Right, mate.
It's all its glory.
And when the lady brought over my breakfast and she said, and there's a nice cup of tea, Bab, as well.
Bab. You got called Bab. That's
At this
beautiful,
age.
isn't it?
And it was, I thought, they're still friendly. They're still, it's still okay.
Yes.
So that was quite nice. I still wouldn't want to live there.
No.
Because of the weather and, the climate. No, it isn't like that.
It's not as bad as you thought, but you don't want to go back.
Well, there are reasons for living here, aren't there?
Aren't there just? Yeah, and it's not nothing personal about UK necessarily. You've just chosen something different.
Yeah, I mean, there's family here as well, obviously. So
which brings us back to Portugal, finally, on this live stream from Portugal. Rain trousers sounds weird. It does. It's true. I'm going out in my rain trousers.
Let's not talk about jerkins.
Jerkins. Yeah, let's not go there. That's to stay out of jerkin territory. Sorry, but rain trousers sounds weird. It does. You're right.
It does.
Pete missed Portuguese coffee when they went away. I can understand that.
Yeah.
You both miss. We're being told here. You both miss an English Merry Christmas.
I don't back in Blighty. It's not quite so nice, is it here? It could be a bit sort of stressful and
yeah, exactly. I don't miss Christmas in the UK. I miss my family, who I'd like to be with at some point of the Christmas celebrations. But intrinsically, no, Joel.
No.
But I get you do. Totally get you do, and how much you love UK, Maggie Thatcher, and who else could we add into that? Winston Churchill,
Martin Bormann.
yes, Martin Peters. So funny to see opinions being tolerated in Gumperland. Is it that unusual that people are tolerated in their opinions? I hope not.
Well, I think we should tolerate each other. We might learn something.
Frank finds me irritating because I drive. I don't remember him saying that. Doc finds me irritating because I veer towards conservatism. Funny. Happy Christmas. Bye for now.
Do you know there's a staircase there?
That was he went the wrong way down into the cellar. There he goes. Doesn't the weather today remind you of Birmingham, Gary? Some sun? Surely not.
No. It's very different here.
And family is all about Christmas. It's true. And Christmas is all about family.
Exactly. That's why it's so good here, because it's all family.
That's true. Yeah. So what you might miss from your own family shenanigans, you are reminded here, aren't you, that it's a very family-oriented culture.
It's more warm. It's more about the day itself and the occasion than what you can buy somebody.
Yes.
So I understand that.
Well, Gary, and the makers of Let's Get Real, Bro, the game, that's a good game, isn't it? I could play that again, and you're right, with a few beers and maybe 4 guys or 6 guys playing that. What a great game that would be.
You're just gonna I love you.
A different way of getting to that same place every time you drink. Right.
Okay. Well, I'll leave you to that then.
All right. I'm going to put a bit of music on and just have that view because cheers, Garvo.
Okay.
I haven't got an applause button, but my heart is applauding you.
Likewise, my friend.
Every chakra of my body is vibrating favourably in your direction.
Trouble with your chakras?
I'm still having trouble with your chakras.
Got some cream for that.
I'm not anymore, but not anymore. I'm now a Maggie, out guy. Look at that. And Carl, Gary, so What is your term? What is your term for thin water-resistant leggings and waist-covering clothing? Waist-covering clothing. Loincloth. You put on over your. Yeah, it's fairly straightforward. Waterproofs.
Outdoor gear.
Outdoor gear. There you go. So yeah, waterproofs, John. We'll talk more tonight. See you at 9, unless I hear otherwise. And we will say goodbye to the great Garbo for now. And I'm going to have a nice cake with you in just